pre-approval.
Okay.
Woo! God, I swear, this has been, since we left, I've been working still on other properties. No, so I don't care how long it takes to get the loan in. I just want the offer accepted, and then
as long as you're under contract.
yeah, and my anxiety will go because I need to place this tiny house, and I just feel like it's been just pushing on way too long. All right, put the offer in, make it seem earnest, and full offer, what they're asking for.
All right, so you want full price, what do you want, a 45-day close? All right, so you're doing full offer, 45 days, $1,000 earnest?
Yeah. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know we had, or we're gonna acquire land in Tennessee for my tiny house. And I was so excited. I told you guys our plans, I showed you the land, and then the seller pulled out. It happened yesterday. I'm actually very emotional about it, but I'm trying to suppress it because I always live by the motto that what's for you will be for you. It takes a lot of deep breaths. I've been yelling all day, like, because I need to get the emotions out. And luckily I live alone, and you know, well, my fiance goes to work. So I'm home alone most of the time if I'm not out working, and it's pouring rain, so I can't leave the house. So I have been up since 6 a.m. trying to find new land, and I did not want to have to raise how much more money it would take to acquire a different piece of land, because this other land was such a good deal. So now we found a piece of land that we are technically approved for. The problem is that the underwriters are finding something on the credit report that isn't true. Like, I've talked to multiple people and they're like, no, it's not that. So now we need to get a letter of approval, and I hate waiting because I have to wait for my fiance to get home. So I actually contacted a realtor from years and years and years ago that my fiance used to use to see if she could help us out with what is going on. So the underwriter or the lender is talking to her right now. I just gave them their phone number. But I'm just so upset, and I just wanted to come up here and be real with you guys that it can suck sometimes. So I try to stay in a positive mind frame, repeating over and over to myself that we're gonna get it, I'm not giving up. We're gonna get it, I'm not giving up. Because at this point, like, there have been almost points where I told myself, I quit. Like, I don't wanna do this anymore. I just wanna sell the tiny house. But I never really got the full thought out, and I was like, no, shut up, Jasmine, you don't know what you're talking about. And then I go back into my positive, you know, mantras of, you're gonna get it, it's for you, you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. And I'm like literally yelling it. If you guys could hear me yelling to myself when I talk to myself in my house when I'm alone, you would think I'm crazy. But I just wanted to come up in here and tell you guys, like, the real deal, that it's not fucking pretty all the time. It's hard, it's emotional. Sometimes I feel like crying, but I just know it's gonna work out, and that's why I keep fighting so hard. And I'm just, God, I want this so bad. I'm happy we have the cabin in Gatlinburg. We have that. But you know, the tiny house is near and dear to my heart, man. I want this so bad, so bad. Deep breaths. We're going to get this new property. So yes, if you saw me on Instagram, we did get the property. The contract was in front of the person. He kept saying yes, 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 yes. Then at the table, full offer in hand, he decided not to sign the contract that we had amended over and over and over again to fit his needs. We, like, even that person's listing agent, their realtor said that they would pay any other fees that came up for this guy so that he would say yes to signing. Not my realtor. That guy's own realtor said that he would pay that stuff for him, and he still said no. So he basically just ripped the carpet from under us. So no, we don't have that property anymore. If you saw it on Instagram, we have a new one though, more money, but we're going through something that the underwriters are trying to like work out. So God, fingers crossed, I want this so bad. So I'm about to leave for my signing, but I wanted to give you guys obviously a tiny house update. I've been talking about it all day, but haven't showed you the actual land. So a few days ago, I filmed a video on my floor talking about how we lost the land that I showed you guys on Instagram, that the person backed out on the deal. So we are actually under contract now with the new land, and I want to show you guys. So when I'm not doing my signing agent work, or I'm not doing like my normal Airbnb maintenance and management, this is the land that we are getting for my tiny house. It is 5.5 acres. It's already got a cabin and a garage. We want to put, there's a room up here by the stairs that we can probably put a bathroom in, and then down here it actually has doors to it, but it's open right now. We want to make this a game room, so it's going to be like a community campground. Sorry, people texting me. So this is what the actual cabin looks like that people can rent out from us. This is the other side of the garage. You can see the doors here now. It runs off of propane, so I'm not going to have a gas bill. And it also runs off of septic and well, so no water bill either. Has a creek on it. You can see the mountains. This is part of the creek again. You can see the water up here. This is the driveway. Oh, people are texting me so much. We want to put like a glamping tent right here. So when you first come in, there'll be another driveway that goes down here, and we'll put like a geodome in this little flat area right here. And then we'll put a fence around it so nobody else can get in it if they're not renting it out. Here's another part of the cute little river that we have. This is where I'm planning on putting the tiny home at. So we need to get some electricity and water pipes connected from the house to out here so that we can place my tiny home. It looks flat, but right here looks like there are some stubs. But my real estate agent says it's pretty flat and my tiny house can go right here. This area actually has its own driveway that goes up to it as well. So pretty, very, very pretty. This is another area that my real estate agent said that we could put my tiny home. So it'll be between this or the other piece. And if not this piece, then we are definitely going to put another like a safari tent here, another geodome, or I'm thinking about doing a above ground hobbit house in this area right here. Obviously, it's going to take some time to develop all of these plans because everything costs money. And as you can see down here, we bought the house for $199. So I have to be quiet because it's 12 a.m. right now, and I just really wanted to get this off of my mind. I wanted to show you guys, you know, the journey that I'm going to be taking to open up this campground for my tiny house. And I couldn't sleep. Like I said, it's 12 a.m. and I've been super stressed these last few days because we've put in the offer for the 5.5 acres, and I don't know if I told you guys, but we got it. And it's become super real at this point. I've invested everything that I have, everything that I have left into this last piece of this business. And I am so scared. You know, I know I can do it, but I wanted to show you guys that, like, when something calls your name, that you think about it all the time, and then you finally get what you want. And I'm so scared that it's not gonna work out. And I haven't told anybody this yet, but when you work so hard to finally get like what you've been praying for, but you're scared that it won't work and that you'll lose everything. I'm so scared. I'm on this journey to start this campground for my tiny house and, you know, put it on Airbnb and, you know, have people come and rent it out and experience something really cool inside of a tiny house. But it costs a lot of money. But I wanted to, I've never cried on camera before, but I just wanted to get this off of my chest and just tell you guys that everybody feels the way you feel when you start something new and you're scared, or you don't do it because fear is holding you back. And I keep, sometimes in my heart, I want to say, like, I quit. I don't want to do this because it's hard. This is one of the hardest, scariest things I've ever done at this point. Investing almost every dollar that I have into this campground. This dream that I had, that I was so passionate about, and I was so sure of myself about, and I'm still sure about myself. But I wanted to show you guys that this happens sometimes. This happens sometimes. You know, this was my dream. This was always my dream. This was always the end goal. So now that I have it, now the real work starts. Morning, guys. So I am in Tennessee right now, and of course it's a couple days since my mental breakdowns. But today we're gonna go be seeing our property for the first time. It's not completely done yet. We're gonna be closing the deal in September, but we came up early so that we could see it, and we have a meeting with the septic tank guy so that we can get a good place to put my tiny house for how far or close away it's going to be from the septic tank, and see how much it's going to cost to get it connected. I'm in a better mood. I'm not trying to let the stress get to me, but I do feel it welling up in my belly. But I'm going to focus on the good today. I'm going to go get ready now. Enjoy the view. Yeah, we can't get up. You can see these tire marks. It needs to have either more gravel, or we're gonna have to invest in asphalting it so that people who don't have all-wheel drive can, oh shoot, make it. Go, go, go! Oh, he's spinning out. He's not giving up.
This one should be able to put that somewhere.
I love it. I'm just wondering how they're gonna get their stuff.
What do you mean?
Wow, seems like a headache to try to take the beds away.
Yeah, I have to take them all apart.
So we'll probably just get some wood beds like this. It's much cheaper. You can stand up in here. I'm short.
Just for the pump and the catch basin now, probably about, just for the parts and everything, probably about $4,000.
Just for the parts?
Yeah.
And then we have to dig something,
Then we
right?
gotta take and dig a 2-inch line from down there up into here.
Okay.
Up here you won't have to have a pump because if you can get enough slope on it.
We're on our way to go furniture shopping.
A piece in either one you prefer.
You got to deliver up in Cosby area?
We do not deliver at all right now. We are not allowed to deliver per our insurance. So your card will be charged $714.69. So just name, address, phone number, email, and then sign and date, and I will run. You want me to use that card right there?
Yes, sir.
I'll run that card.
We're about to look at some luxury tents.
So pick a tent you want to start at, and then we can go from there if you
Let us
want.
know. Walk us around if you don't mind.
Please,
Yeah.
can we have a tour?
Because people will ask. So this is the Sparkle 12.8, and it comes in one size larger. So I'll let you know if you're looking at something if they come larger.
Okay, how much is this one?
This one, let me get my cheat sheet out. If you're looking at the 2 single beds in here, with the flooring and the furniture in the tent, you're looking at $8,665. Now you can either put a double bed in there with 2 little nightstands, then you're looking at about $8,360.
saying?
Depending on how you're doing it and how high you are on your level ground, so that's why we don't judge that part.
So what are these rated for as far as wind?
80 miles an hour wind. The bell tent has its own liner on the floor.
It does not?
It does have its own liner.
No, you said decking. It does not include a decking?
It does the decking, but not like this.
Yeah.
This is just because we're on a hillside.
Okay, so erase, don't think about the stairs. Everything we see here is 3,200.
Now on the bell tent, that is the old style bell tent. They just came out with a new style. You can kind of see it online.
Okay.
So on this tent, it's like two pieces: the roof and the tent. The camera.
So the bell tent is 3,200 with furniture, but we have to have someone else do the deck. And the first tent we looked at is 8,000, including the furniture, because there's more furniture in that one. But it does not include the deck's base, which would be cheaper if we just had to do that. So we're gonna look online to see if there's any others, but now I'm more tempted to do that other than the geodome, because that is like right here. We can have people put it together for us, as opposed to spending a lot of money to have someone ship a geodome that we might have to put together ourselves. But then again, geodomes are more unique. But I don't know, I'm excited. All right guys, so today is our last day. We're leaving. It was a quick short trip so that we could get some of the stuff out of the way, and I actually really happy that we came. Unlike our last property in Gatlinburg, where we literally saw the house the day that we were closing, I'm glad that we came up here, because now we see the things that we need to schedule the first week that we close, so that we can already have it out of the way. We've talked to the people, and it's not like some big surprise. So we now have a list of things that we want to get done, people to talk to, so that we can get it done quickly, because we're only going to be staying for like a week and a half, and that's a short amount of time for the amount of things that we want to do. But my goal is to at least get the cabin up and running, and then really focus the second half or the middle half of that week on my tiny house, getting the sewer put in, getting the fence up, getting the privacy wall up, and building a deck for the tiny house, so that we can have 2 renters on the property at once, because we're now going to be doing this in phases. So phase 1, primary phase, is the cabin. Then phase number 1 or 1.5 is going to be the tiny house. Those are happening in the same week, and we have to like be on our P's and Q's when we come back in September. And then we're gonna have phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Since we have so much land, we just have to like, you know, like get it in chunks, but we can't do it all at the same time. So maybe one day I'll go over all the other phases with you with what we're doing. A lot of you guys have been asking me advice or for mentoring on vending, mentoring on Airbnb now. Like a lot of you guys have been asking about a tiny house course or like an Airbnb course. So if you guys want to at least start the basics with me, like what should you do, what do you need, how are you gonna do it, and come up with ways on how you can afford it, or you know, just suck all the information out of me. Or I'm offering a one-on-one mentoring coaching course where you guys can just sit down with me for however many hours you need. Like there's no cap on this. Typically though, it's between 2 hours and 3 hours that I've been hitting with people, with helping them with their goals, creating a list of what they can do to make money right now, things that they want to do to make money, and how we're gonna put it into action plans so that they can do it. So I've been doing that with a few students now. I've helped one student make like 70% of her money goals within the time frame that I've started mentoring her. You can read her review as well on my you know, on my website. And then I have other students right now who are working on their goals. So if you guys want to come and like suck my brain dry of like things that I already know and things that I can do and help you get to where you want to be like me or even better, then I will put the link down below. It is a mentoring, coaching, life coach, business coach, to like make sure you're in the right mind frame to at least get to the beginning stages of what you want. Some people just have such a hard time with motivating themselves, or just where do I start from like step one. Some people just need that, and I want to be able to provide that for you. So many people have asked me for that, so I'm kind of like starting it out kind of slow, and hopefully I'm helpful for you guys. So if you're interested in it, you can read more about it on my website. I'm going to link it down below in the comments and my description box. You can also follow me on Instagram, and I have all of my links up there as well. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'll talk to you guys later.
Is there a single through line that has propelled all of the successes?
Yeah, turning fear into a tailwind instead of a headwind. Fear is as powerful as the force. And if you can harness it, what an asset. Because people that can't harness it, you're going to have a big, big advantage. And that goes for anybody from 6 to 60. You figure out how to do that and harness that fear. It's powerful. And it's very simple. That's been my whole thing. When I feel fear, I've trained myself to move forward.